Hello, everyone, and welcome again to our interview series with interesting technology leaders. I'm Claudiu Popa and represent Managed Privacy Canada. And joining me is Amalia Barthel, our partner in the enterprise. We believe that privacy can be beautiful, and we have a very elegant model that relies on a solid foundation that's essentially a technology platform. We believe that technology platform deserves to have very cool tools and, of course, best of breed software. One of the providers of that best of breed software is Claude Saulnier from Bizoneo. As you can see here in our screen share, his company name is written backwards behind him, and it's almost a better name, Oino Zib. It sounds like there's a wine allusion there. But welcome, Claude. And
Thanks, Claudiu. Hi, and hi, Amalia, and hi, everybody else.
I have a few questions for you, Claude. We're going to make this quick because I know you're a busy man. But one of the things that I really like to hear you say, and you say this a lot when we hear you talk passionately about your software, is we have a module for that. I've been listening carefully and I've been recording the number of times that you've been saying it. Another thing that you say that I really like is you can't assess the risk unless you know what you're processing. And your company helps organizations, and it helps us to deliver solutions to organizations that care about data protection and in particular GDPR. Can you tell us in 30 seconds or less exactly what your company does, what your technology platform does, and how you got into this?
Absolutely. So the solution is actually designed to assist organizations in their day-to-day governance, risk, and compliance. And we're looking at it in kind of various angles. So the GDPR or whatever data protection kind of regulation is really around governance, risk, and again the accountability factor. So we look at it first of all as before things happen. So in terms of being proactive ahead of whatever deadline could there be, in terms of the compliance. There are then routine tasks compliance and governance is things that need to be maintained on a regular basis. So organizations need to be really organized to handle this. And then there could be data breaches, there could be data subject access requests, there could be various things, and the organization needs to be ready for the unexpected. And this is really where we actually help through the entire cycle, companies. And we kind of started because I suppose we're a software company, and when GDPR came, we got a bit frustrated by what was on the market, at the time, that most suppose competitors didn't really understand how to solve the problem. And as you said, there is how can you actually assess any risk if you don't know what you're passing? So build them up and then help putting all the different pieces of the jigsaw together, and that's what we help companies with.
That's excellent. So, as a European company based in Ireland, you're going to make the leap across the ocean, as you are today. We're actually recording from two sides of the ocean, and we would love to work with you here on this continent. We have a number of shall we say, sweet spots in various sectors, including finance and banking, services, and technology. What other sectors do you like in particular for Bizoneo software?
Okay, so first of all, one point I need to mention, and that is we work. So we've got direct clients, but we also have clients through channel partners, people like you guys through data protection consultants. So sometimes we don't actually know who the end clients and what industry they are. We may get some channel partners that actually ask us to maybe refine the solution a little bit for one particular kind of sector. But generally speaking, we would be dealing with companies in HR, pharmaceutical, healthcare, manufacturing, retail as well. We've got clients like a number of data processors. One on that particular point is where a number of systems that are out there focus on the needs of the controllers. We can also focus on the need of the process, because processes actually have to document a lot of information as well, and we can actually help that, which also has helped us, like, significantly in that. Hospitality, financial services. We actually even work with lotteries as well. So we have a big lottery that's a client. It's interesting because they have a number of challenges as well when it comes down to accountability, data protection, and actually high risk processing as well. So yeah.
So it sounds to me like the applications of the software are quite limited, because I didn't hear anything about aerospace. So clearly it's highly specialized. Just kidding. Amalia has has one.
We could probably cater with that, because one of the neat
There you
functionality
go.
we have. No, but let me finish. So we
Sure.
have, when we build the ROPAs, one of the functionality we have is we actually have a catalog of typical processing activities. So we've got about 1,700 processing activities that will actually cater for a lot of things. So with the aerospace, there may be some elements that we may not actually be able to actually deal with, but they would have an HR department. They would have a lot of common things as well. So we'll probably be able to actually cover significant part of that anyway. So
I have no doubt. So just before we wrap up, I believe Amalia has one final question for you.
I have a quick question for you, Claude. I heard accountability, and I heard a lot of great things, and I love your ease your way into GDPR compliance. But can we ease our way here in Canada into compliance with your tool?
yes. So one of the things that is available with Bizoneo is you can actually set multiple entities, and these entities can actually be mapped against different data protection regimes. Even one entity could actually be mapped against different data protection regimes. So we have this even before crossing, I suppose, the ocean. We have to cross the channel. Even at this point in time, the EU GDPR is different to the UK GDPR. Is the connection interrupted?
Um, Sometimes the video gets interrupted with Amalia, but I'm sure she can hear us.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah. So we already between the EU GDPR and UK GDPR, organizations actually have to map different elements there. We work with other jurisdiction, for instance, like South Africa, and many of those companies that already have to map this against multiple jurisdictions. So whether it's with PPDA, or whether the CCP or whatever new Canadian data protection will be coming into force, we would have no problem to actually map that. And so certainly for organizations, we see that for a lot of clients. In fact, the majority of our clients are not just in one jurisdiction. There is something that goes already, and they need to across multiple jurisdiction, and they have to be able to map this, and we can actually facilitate those assessments against the different regulations. So yeah,
That makes a lot of sense, and we believe in that kind of approach, and that's why we are building this solid technology platform with tools like yours. So we appreciate the partnership. I think this has been tremendously helpful. So thank you both, Amalia and Claude, for today's brief interview. I hope our viewers and listeners get value out of this, and have a wonderful day. See you later.
thanks, Claudiu. Thanks, Amalia.